Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
What is that? What? Oh,
Welcome back, welcome back.
I was thinking, happy birthday to you.
Happy
Is that everybody's
birthday.
birthday? Call in. I'm sorry.
Call in at 555-2555.
Anyways.
So, any hoosers, now that we're back, let's talk about new beginnings.
Okay.
Let's talk about new beginnings. And I think that the best way to have a new beginning is to first realize that you cannot change the past.
Okay.
I think that if you look at the past and you keep trying to live in it, you're never gonna move forward.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna constantly just be worrying about what happens or trying to think that like something bad is gonna happen to you. Just like it's so much past. Like I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, totally. Because, like, there's so many opportunities. Like, I've definitely been in a situation where, like, man, I should have done this or I should have done that. It's like, dude, like, it's over. Like, it passed. Like, you gotta just keep going from here because you can't be like, I should have done this. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, all right, cool.
That's like that's like my biggest thing is like, and also like, I am such a person where it's like, not to get back into like relationships, but like, if I am broken up with you, we cannot be friends. I think it's the most hardest thing ever. I cannot hang out with you, grab lunch with you, shoot, hanging out. Like, I cannot do that because at one point me and you had feelings for one another. And now we
Right.
can't just go from being lovers to like, friends. Like, oh, hey, you want to hang out? Like, want to grab a few beers?
We should
Like,
grab lunch sometime.
let's grab lunch, me and you, and talk about that time you broke my heart. Like, no way. I'm not doing it. And I think it just keeps you in the past. It just never keeps you moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And like moving on is the hardest thing. I know I've always had a hard problem with moving on and like looking into the future. And like it's such a hard thing to move on.
Totally.
But at the same time, it's such a good thing because you're just so excited to see this new beginning that's going to happen with somebody else in the future or just anything, basically. I feel like it's such a better situation when you're over that, like, the person or whatever the situation that it may be that you moved on from, I guess you could say, if that makes sense.
No, totally. Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I think, like, life is like a box of chocolates, and you're going to get what you're going to get, and it's all about growing from it, and it's all about just becoming a better person, I would say.
That's actually really good. Totally. I think you can learn something from every single person that you meet on the street, every single person that you have an interaction with. And I have like this view, this like way of thinking that the people around you are like mirrors of yourself. And so when you see like the way someone carries themselves and it's like pretty nasty or like you don't like it, like then you know how to like fix yourself. Like, all right, like that person disgusts me, so I never want to be like that person. Or that person possesses a trait that like, wow, this girl's like really nice. Like, do people think that I'm nice? Maybe I'm not as nice as I could be, should be, or whatever. And like, and so like you're able to like fix yourself from like all these experiences. Like fix yourself in whatever way that you want to fix yourself in whatever experiences that you had. And it like sucks in the moment and like kills you, but like it's such a like weird like learning curve that you could never ever experience if you didn't go through it. I
so agree with that. I think I'd rather have like love and loss than have never loved at all, in my opinion.
Emily's just banging out the cliches.
I'm
There
just
she goes.
banging out the cliches. Like there was a quote that I saw because I'm really into like all those like things like on, like I said, like Instagram, Tumblr, all those type of things. And one of the quotes that I saw was it said I carry or I take a piece of each person that I've been with and I learn from it and I grow from it and I just become better at at what I want. And also, I also think it's a good thing, like, if you had a sucky, like, relationship, let's just say, like, and some things were really great, but then some things weren't so great, like, you gotta remember all the good things, but also don't forget the bad things, because
Right.
the bad things are the reason why you and that person aren't together anymore. And if you keep dwelling on the good things and forgetting about the bad things, that's also a hard thing to move on. Like, to actually, like, move on and become this new beginning and having this new life and new, like, way of, like, thinking. If you keep thinking about the good times, like, it's just you're never going to move on. It's never going to bring you anywhere. You just got to remember, like, yeah, it was great. It was, awesome. But at the same time, this person did this to me, and this person, I didn't really like how the way, that person did that. Just so that you can be like, okay, you find this new, guy or girl, whoever you're with, and you're just like, okay, like, that is something that I really liked, and that person also has that trait, and like that thing I don't like, oh, they have it, so I gotta steer clear of this person because I don't want to go through it again. And that's what I think
Right.
what was happening in my past relationship. I started like acting the way that my ex acted with me,
Okay.
like the one before, and I started finding myself acting like that, and I was like, whoa, I gotta stop it, because I'm gonna lead this person, on too far and make them care too much, and then I'm sitting here in such a sticky situation, and I'd rather have just had things end the way they did and have her, go her way and me go my way, and just kind of like trying to experience new things and hopefully find like the love of my life. Isn't that so crazy to think that concept, the love of your life, the love of my life? Like, what is that about? What a crazy concept.
I actually was like talking about this with my roommate because of like the whole situation that we were talking about over the
Yeah.
break. Deets next week, promise.
Deets update next week on Emma's life.
That like my mom and dad, so like I've never really been in a relationship, and so like, but when I look at relationships, like good relationships in my life, my mom and dad have been the best relationship, I would say. But they literally got together, my mom, so they worked at McDonald's together, and my mom needed a date to prom because the guy that she had liked asked out her best friend or something. So
Dun dun dun.
right, so my mom's all mad and whatever, so she's at work complaining about it, and so this lady, their coworker was like, why don't you just take David? I mean, that's chill. He's like very like, yeah, okay, cool, like, yeah, sure, like, he's just nice. And so he ended up taking my mom, and from that moment, like, they were together.
Oh my word.
And so for my mom, I think my dad like went out with like another girl for a couple times, but it really didn't work out. But for my mom, who like weirdly enough, and she'll like, if I ever told her this in person, she'd like hold this over my head forever. But like I see a lot of myself in her, and like a lot of my tendencies and like a lot of the ways that I carry myself are like from my mom. So for my mom, my dad was like literally the love of her life, like the one love that like has carried her till now. They're like 52, so I don't know how many years
Aw,
they've been
that's so
married.
sweet,
What is it,
though.
like 30? 89 is when they got married. 89.
20, almost 6 years.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
My sister was born in 1989. That's the only reason why I know that.
Okay, I was like, wow, woo, math. Okay,
Math.
yeah, so they've been together. So, like, that's, like, my thing. So I'm like, cool, I'm now 21. 3 years past, like, the age of 18 when my parents got together. Single for life. Like, that's literally what's gonna happen.
Oh, life.
So I don't even remember why I was talking about this.
Because you're talking about the love of your life.
Right. Oh, yes. Because, yeah, right. Because, like, basically my mom's the love of my dad's life, and ditto for her, vice versa, whatever. And so, like, I'm not really... There are moments where I'm like, man, I wish I was in a relationship or, like, whatever. But, like, at the same time, like, I don't want to be shopping around. Like, I just, like, want to get somebody and be, like... locked in.
You're mine, I'm yours, nobody
and that's
else
it
is.
forever. Right. That's literally how it, I'm not, certain people like to date around. They like to like test the waters, or they like to go like, oh, like what, like I like this guy, but like what if there's somebody else better out there for me? Like I'm not like that. Like if you love me, I'm basically going to love you, and that's like literally what's going to happen.
That is.
So I'll let you know about it next week. How that goes.
That whole life.
So, any final parting thoughts before we
End our
take
sesh.
off? Yeah.
I believe that breakups can be sad, can make you, feel really bad or make you feel down or kind of, all different types of emotions. But at the end of the day, it ended for a reason. Good things are coming. And it's all about having a positive mind. And the moment that you have a positive outlook on life, that is when great things happen for you. And that's when the best things come into your life and relationships blossom and bloom. And you also kind of grow as a person. So, breakups may suck, but hey, I think it's, the grass is always green on the other side. I would have to say that, it's turning a new leaf, and love yourself. Have time with yourself. Have quality time with yourself, because, hey, at the end of the day, who's there for you? Yourself.
Me, myself, and I.
That's all I got in the end. It's what I found out. And it ain't no reason I'm living it now. Cause now
I'ma be my own best friend.
And I think that's a good way.
Yes.
We're going to end
So
off.
good. The girls' room.
Girls' room.
Woo!
Come join us again, 11
Next
Eastern
week.
Standard Time next Thursday.
Eastern.
Catch you here or catch you somewhere else. Hopefully not. All right, bye guys.
Don't catch anything.